Hey Ellen, it's me again. It's your favorite fan, Lois Cooper. I have definitely looked a little better in my day. Those two kids in the background are Nathan and Miranda. They are now 17 and 14. And we need your help, Ellen. I have wrote in numerous times and may have sent a few emails and videos that I have an autoimmune disease. It's an undiagnosable one. Been battling it since 1990, or excuse me, since 2003. And if you look here, I had to have a tumor removed, and that's when they kind of found it all. But they really can't figure out the problem. And then I've been to specialists all over Iowa, been down to Missouri and Minnesota. They don't know. And I also have severe asthma. And because of all of my issues, I've had to be on lots and lots and lots of steroids. So in the last 3 years, I've probably gained 120 pounds on steroids in the last 3, 4 years. And it's really been taxing to, one, my body. I've had a little crying session tonight, so sorry about that. My face is a little blotchy. But I'm just sad. I'm just sad because I feel like I failed my children. You know, I'm supposed to be the caregiver, the protector, everything. And they never know when they're going to come home and their mom's going to be in the hospital and in intensive care and critical care and the ventilator and, have to be intubated. I've been in the hospital like 11 times this year already, and in the ER probably 6 times and not been admitted, and to urgent care probably 4 or 5 times, and then hundreds of doctor's appointments, and have to have IV therapy there. And plus I'll go home with PICC lines in my arms and then do my own PICC lines, which is fun, and then do my own IV care. Through this whole process, I've become allergic to all but 3 antibiotics. So anytime I get an infection, it gets kind of risky, and I have to include all these specialists. And it takes time and money, and I don't have any of it. I'm running out of time and money, and it's stressful. It's very, very stressful. I keep referring to it as, everyone's like, well, it could be worse. You could have cancer. It could be worse. And thank the Lord I don't have cancer. But it is a debilitating disease that is taking a lot of my resources, physically, financially, medically, and now spiritually. It's kind of taken the wind out of my sail. And my children, Ellen, we have a good time, and I have such good kids. They have their moments, don't get me wrong. Who doesn't? We all do. But they're really, really good kids. And they're to the point where I think they're almost getting angry at me because I'm sick. I know they don't want to, because they struggle with that, because they know it's not my fault. But I think they're just like, Mom, enough. And they get scared. They don't want to talk about it. And I'm a realist because, let's face it, I've been intubated twice this year already. I know if asthma doesn't get me, it's possible that, moving forward with the use of all these steroids, the doctors have told me that it could start hurting my organs. And I get it. I had to have a serious talk with my ex-husband last week, and he's like, well, it sounds like you're giving up. I'm like, I'm not giving up, but I just have to be realistic and prepare for my children. They're my worry. They're my concern. God gave them to me as a gift, and they're my responsibility while I'm here. And when we have all these pressures, all these stressors, and when we watch your show, Ellen, that's the time where we can giggle and laugh and talk about you dancing and how you scare people. Oh my gosh, my son and my daughter, they love to scare each other and scare people. And I do ask if you have us on the show not to scare me unless you want a wet chair, because let me tell you, I won't be able to handle that. So, and plus may have a bit of a heart condition, and my breathing, that might not go over so well. But Ellen, you really light up our day. And like when I'm in the hospital all the time, I sit there and I get these, I have to be admitted, and it's usually like late in the afternoon, and then your show comes on. I'm like, hey, I gotta watch Ellen. And they're like, you gotta fill out this paperwork. I'm like, please, it's in my file, get the cabinet out. And, you know, so I try to joke and I try to laugh. And when I'm in the hospital, I try to, you know, write cards. I do things for other people so it takes off all the pressure, you know, of me and what I'm going through. But then I still have to face it when the doctors come in. And it gets old. I mean, I don't have family really. My father died in July. I think I put that in one of my videos to you. But he did. He passed away in July, and I wasn't really close with him. He pushed everybody away, and my brother and I have kind of reconnected since then, so that's been a blessing. And I've tried to with my mother, but she doesn't want to, and it's kind of heartbreaking, you know. My children are fun, they're loving and caring, and they deserve some good things to happen to them. We went to church last night. We signed up for a mission trip that's going to be in March for spring break. So we need to pray that my health improves since then, and that we can get some donations to go on that trip as well, because it's in New Mexico for Mission Navajo. And I think we need that. I think we need to bond together as a family and take that time and have that life-changing experience to see. Well, I mean, we think we have it bad. Like, I don't know how I'm going to make my rent this month. I don't know how I'm going to make my car payment. All this being sick and this money and all the medication I have to buy all my inhalers and everything, it adds up. And we don't live a lavish lifestyle. I don't go out to eat. We don't do much. We just kind of hang out here and watch your show. And you've been an inspiration to me. You really have. The way you glow and you love what you do and your sense of humor, and you stand up for what you believe in. And when you do something, you do it wholeheartedly and you put your heart into it. And I'm just having a down day, and we just need your help, because I don't know how I'm going to make it financially anymore, and I've tried so hard, and I don't want to have to move. I mean, I was going to sell this Longaberger pie plate and some things on Craigslist, and my son was freaking out the other night because he said, "Mom, we've had this forever." And I'm like, how do I tell him that these 3 items I could sell could add up to my car insurance? I can't tell him that. I can't stress him out. So I just said, "Oh, come on, it's just a pie plate. It's not like we used it that much." Wink, wink, nod, nod. We use it all the time. What are you, crazy? He knows we do. And it's hard enough that they have to look at me as a whole different person. I mean, I'm trying to find, I'll show you a picture here, but I do not normally look like this. And, you know, this is just really, really sad to what my body's turned into and what I have become, because it's just not me. I think you can see that there. But that's what I used to look like. And to go from that to this, and sorry, my eyes keep watering from all the steroids I've had to pump into me to keep me breathing, and then they hurt my organs. It's just like a catch-22. So I am not giving up. It's just exhausting, financially, spiritually, medically, physically, emotionally. Oh, I forgot emotionally. I'm really sane. I am. But my family, Ellen, we have heart and we love you. So please, Ellen, help us. If you can find it in your deepest part of your soul to help my children and I. And we need to have something good happen to us, because I could live another 40 years, we don't know, but this disease could take me tomorrow. And I have to be prepared, and I'm making, it's like, here I am, 41, and I'm doing durable power of attorney, I'm making funeral arrangements, just in case. And I think that more people should do that, and I'd be a good advocate for that. It's like, my goodness, I was abused growing up, I was in foster homes, I won, or not won, yeah, I'm a winner. But I beat the odds of all of that, surviving that, and then I lived to go through this, and I know that there's a reason for it, so I'll do it. And I know I'm meeting great nurses and wonderful doctors and people along the way, but I worry about the long-lasting effect it has on my children. And if you can help me make this yucky thing I'm going through into something positive for them, I would ever be indebted to you. And I might even shake my booty on your dance floor. So Ellen, please help us. Look at those 2 kids back there. Look at them. They need you. We need you. We love you. Bye-bye.